out here today and we are going to bung up all the wood. We're going to sand over all the bungs and get rid of any gray areas that may have grayed up since we were down here last time. And then we're going to put on the primer layer of the varnish. So, and then tomorrow we're going to put on the clear coat. Get the shit out here. The reason we're removing all of this here is because under here these wood strips come under and they need protection too. So last weekend you saw us remove it and clean underneath there, so everything's already been all sanded up. Guys, we're about ready to bung everything up here, and we're using Tight Bond 3, and then we're putting everything, we tapered off each bung here. They didn't come tapered, and what you got to do is you got to line the grain all in the same direction, and then once it gets in, you just tap it down until you hear that sound, and then you've seated. Alright, what we're doing is we're going to saw these down. That way it'll reduce the amount of sanding required to make everything flush. And what we're using is a Stanley Fat Max little flexible saw here, and we'll show you how it works. The nice thing is there's not much of a kerf on this, so you won't actually hurt the wood down below. Try to leave a little bit of a gap, but you can get pretty darn close since there's not a large kerf. So after you're done sawing, what you'll want to do is sand it down to 220 grit sandpaper, and just make sure that you can't feel it as you drag your finger across the bung. Alright guys, we're about ready to apply the primer coat here, and it's going to be pretty quick. All we're doing is just putting it on a rag, and then after it's on the rag, just applying it right across the woodwork here. So should be pretty quick, pretty simple, pretty easy application. I really like using this all-wood system. It's super easy to apply, and even the primer hardens to like this, almost like a clear film of plastic. And when you go to sand it, it actually takes quite a bit of effort to sand down, but man, does it create like a really smooth surface for the gloss coat to go on. Alright guys, well, we got the primer on, and it kind of gives it this honey golden color to it, and I think this thing is going to turn out absolutely gorgeous once we're done, and hopefully we can knock out at least 3 coats tomorrow, and the snap of a finger is basically it'll be for tomorrow, for you guys. So anyway, just checking out. Alright guys, we're coming back and we're going to sand down all of the primer. We're going to sand it down to 220, and that way we can apply at least 1 or 2 coats of gloss today.
Chilly.
Yeah, it's starting to get chilly now, which is good. That means we can get more boat work done. the span of a day without getting overheated and stuff, but anyway, I'm just gonna slightly mar the surface here, just scuff it up, and we'll be gloss painting everything. Alright guys, we are going to tape up all of the areas that are going to get the varnish, like right around it. That way we don't get any varnish down on the deck itself. And all of this just gets all the varnish, but we don't want any of that on the deck. So we're about ready to put on the first gloss coat, and we're going to use brushes on this one, and we're about ready to apply it. So just watch us apply it.
Starting right here. Okay. Let's go up to the next one. Well, so
Comparatively to using the foam brushes that you saw on the previous video with the tiller, I really enjoy using these brushes. They're like, I don't know, $3, $4 brushes from Lowe's, and they're not the most expensive one, but it's a just a nice fine bristle, and they really worked well. They really applied it very, very well to the surface. And I found that the thicker you put it on, don't put it on super, super thick, but don't overwork it, and it'll self-level, and it just comes out absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, I was all tuckered out and didn't get any results video of this, but I will have to create another video here shortly and get you a results. Anyway, I hope you liked the episode, and if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe.